Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine, if you didn't already know. As you'll see by the title, today I'm going to be testing out the Huda Beauty Fauxfilter Skin Finish Foundation Stick. Now that is an absolute mouthful, but yeah, that's what I'm testing out today. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that and also see how I create this look, then do keep watching and don't forget to subscribe down below, give it a thumbs up, and other than that, let's get to it. I've already done my eye makeup. I just did this kind of like basic eyeshadow look with some lashes. I used the KKW Classic 2 palette, and these lashes are by Prima Lash, and these are the style Sour Apple. And I kind of did this like look that Ariana wore on her album cover, so that's where this is inspired from. Yeah, I've just done that, and now I'm gonna basically prep my skin. So what I've been using recently, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Hydrating Primer, and I've just been popping a bit of this on, and honestly it literally makes your skin like so glowy. It's like this peachy kind of pinky colour, and it's got this unreal glow to it. Like, it's such a like thin layer, but it instantly like hydrates your skin and makes it so glowy, like no matter what you're putting on the top of it. Like, it's just such a good primer, and I really like it. So yeah, I've recently been using that, so I'm just popping a bit of this all over my skin. So I haven't been going out, I either haven't worn makeup, which I can't believe that I'm so used to doing that now, or I use just like a tinted moisturiser, and the one I've been using is the Chanel beiges one, and I use the shade medium, and this is just a really nice like everyday tinted moisturiser. If you still want a bit of like the smallest bit of coverage on your face with a bit of colour, then yeah, I'd recommend using this. It's a really subtle kind of tinted moisturiser, but that's what I've been using with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, and then I just put a bit of setting spray on and then I'm good to go. And that's just kind of what I've been doing day to day. But today I'm going to be trying out the Huda Beauty Fauxfilter Skin Finish Foundation, which has recently come out, and I really wanted to try this because it's a light to medium buildable foundation, which I feel like might be good for me because I haven't been going as full coverage as I normally would. And I picked up the shade Dulce De Leche. I don't really use stick foundations. The only one I've used before is the Tom Ford one, but apart from that I tend to use liquid foundations. That'll be interesting to see how this is, but the coverage of the stick foundations do tend to be more like light to medium rather than full, but obviously you can build it up, but it's just a different formula and texture. So yeah, it just depends what you are after. This is what the stick foundation looks like. So it's in this like plasticky sort of black packaging with the Huda Beauty logo, and then you kind of twist it up, and this is the foundation. So this shade Dulce De Leche, I literally had to kind of guess because I obviously got it online because I can't go out at the moment. It kind of looked like it had a yellow undertone, so I thought this would be good for my skin colour. So yeah, this is very much a guesstimate. I think I'm going to apply it directly onto my face and then blend it in with my beauty blender. So it says it's light to medium and a buildable foundation. The thing with stick foundations is that I don't know how good they are for people with like oily skin, because they're a bit more oily themselves in terms of finish. So it's not like a matte finish they don't tend to have. So yeah, I'd say if you've got more oily skin, I don't know how you'd get on with a stick foundation, because I'd be cautious that it would kind of like slide all over your face, obviously depending how you tend to set your makeup. So yeah, I'm just going to see how this builds and blends into my skin. The colour is actually quite a good match for me, to be fair. I tend to go for a more like yellow tone foundation, and then because that just works with my skin colour and my tan. So yeah, this actually shade isn't too bad. Oh, it's really smooth on the skin. It's not like heavy, it's actually really lightweight, which is quite nice in a more like light to medium foundation if you're looking for that sort of thing. Like, I wouldn't say this is obviously like full coverage, but it is blending in really nicely. It doesn't feel like cakey at all. So while I blend this in, can we talk about Ariana's album, please? I am literally obsessed with it. I have it on repeat all day, every day. It's literally such a vibe, and I'm literally obsessed with it. I don't know about anyone else, but it is such a good album. Like, I honestly love all the songs. I can't wait for her to tour it. Like, I feel like because of the like strings and the kind of like orchestral music in it, it's going to be so good live. Like, I hope she does it with like a full-on live orchestra. That would be unreal. So yeah, I've constantly got that on repeat at the moment, and I'm literally obsessed with it. Point of View and Just Like Magic are my favourite of the whole album, I think. I like Obvious as well. That's a really nice song. I like all of them, but they're kind of like my favourite songs. I've literally got it on repeat like all the time. Okay, so obviously this is quite orangey on me because I'm not that tan. It would be a good colour match if I was like fully tan, but I'm just not tanned right now. So yeah, this is slightly orange, but I'm going to work it down my neck. It has applied really easily and it has left my skin nice and glowy. I do need to build it a bit more, but it's not cakey at all, and it just blends in to the skin like flawlessly, which is so good. That's what we love in a foundation. We don't want it to be like cakey and hard to build. Yeah, I probably should have gone a shade or two lighter, but yeah, I'm just gonna build it up slightly just in the areas that I like to have more coverage. So my T-zone, under my eyes, and like my chin area. This is it kind of fully blended, and I've built up the layers. So yeah, considering it's like a light to medium coverage foundation, I actually think it has covered my skin quite well. Obviously it's not full coverage, but it has given me a decent amount of coverage, and I love the kind of like glowy finish. Like, it's like that glass like skin finish, which is just so beautiful. So if that's what you like to go for, then yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's not a matte finish at all. It is definitely a dewy finish. But yeah, it's left my skin glowing, and it was really easy to build, to blend, and yeah, I think for an everyday, more natural finish foundation, then yeah, absolutely 10 out of 10, really like it. And I'm going to set my foundation and concealer using the Huda Beauty baking powder, just to see how this works with the Fauxfilter stick foundation. It'll be interesting to see if this actually like sets it as it usually would my other foundations. I think I used the shade Banana Bread, and it's like this. And yeah, it's a really, really good setting powder. I actually got this quite a while ago and it's lasted me so long. Like, you get so much product, so this is definitely a good investment if you're looking to invest in a setting powder. I'm a big fan of baking. I just think it helps your makeup to last so much longer, and it just gives it that like flawless finish. So this is such an important step in my makeup routine. I'm just gonna let this bake for about 10 to 15 minutes, and while I do that, I'm just gonna start to like bronze up my face and contour. To set everything into place, I'm gonna use the ABH Set setting spray. This is literally my favourite setting spray at the moment. Okay, so this is the final look. I'm really actually pleased with the way it turned out. I'm kind of low-key obsessed with this eyeshadow look that I did, which I didn't actually film, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, it actually turned out really well. And in terms of the foundation, so this foundation is £32, which I think is quite reasonable for a kind of like good quality foundation, which I'd say it is. Like, you can tell that the coverage is actually really good. Like, I definitely say it's more towards the medium side than the light side. Obviously I've got like the rest of my makeup on, but it's set really easily and I applied the other products really, really easily. The only thing I would kind of like, the main point I want to get across, I think, is that it's definitely tailored to more combination to dry skin. I'd say if you had oily skin, this wouldn't be this probably wouldn't work, because it is quite like dewy and it's not like a matte finish. I can imagine that it would slide across your face quite a lot if you had oily skin. So that would be the only kind of like negative thing I'd say about it. But if, like me, you love like a dewy glowy finish and your skin can take that, then yeah, I would definitely recommend this. I wouldn't say it is full coverage. Like if I was going on a night out and wanted to do a full glam beat face look, then I probably wouldn't reach for this. But as like an everyday, more like natural glowy finish skin foundation, this is what I'm going to be using. Like, I'm definitely going to be using it, and yeah, I really like it. So £32, I don't think it's that bad at all. I'll make sure I leave it linked down below, along with any of the products I used or mentioned. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you found this useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and also go follow me on Instagram as well. I'll leave everything in the description. But other than that, I'm sure I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye. You believe God is one.